Excuse me, Mesa caught Jar Jar Binks.
So we just watched Star Wars Episode 1 about a week ago, and we're finally coming to talk about it.
It took us a whole week to process what we went through.
Well, this is definitely a movie that, well, I guess we should start by saying...
Okay, let's
acknowledge this first, get it out of the way.
You guys saw his intro, which is pretty amazing.
These are the remnants. Jar Jar has thankfully been vanquished to hell.
I told him to hang this on his wall because it's just such a piece of art.
If I find a place where I would be able to do that, I will definitely.
This belongs in like the art museum.
This belongs in a museum. Wait, wrong franchise. Sorry. All right, so Star Wars Episode 1. I guess we should both start by saying we're both Star Wars fans.
Oh, huge Star Wars fans. I grew up with Star Wars. We watched the prequels as kids.
Oh, yeah. Sadly, we grew up with these prequels. Doesn't mean we're stupid. We just grew up with them.
I could not help when I was born, guys, okay? I'm tired of those 45-year-olds saying, you didn't see Star Wars when you were a kid, so...
I've legit seen these comments, and I know it's not all Gen Xers. That'd be ridiculous. Yeah. I've talked to a ton of Gen Xers who are cool, but I've seen those comments, and I'm freaking sick of those. Like, oh, you're millennials, therefore you can't like this. So, screw you. I don't care.
Well, it's like,
you
know, yeah, we at one point in our lives we enjoyed Jar Jar Binks, but we were kids. We didn't know any better.
I guarantee you, you guys had stupid stuff too.
Everybody had their stupid
I just want to point that out real quick at the beginning. It's like, everyone's had that stupid thing. Whatever.
You know, to judge when you're kids is not fair, you know.
Yeah.
The thing is, we grew up.
We grew up. If we look now at Jar Jar as if we look at Barney the dinosaur as an abomination and sad thing that both of us did like as children.
But you know what? Let's dive into the film. It's more than just Jar Jar, obviously, so let's look.
Oh, yeah.
So first of all, I challenged Sean. I said, we're going to start by just talking about what we like about the Phantom Menace. Let's get it out of the way, because it's not like this movie is outright terrible.
This movie is not the garbage pail movie of crap that some people claim it to be. It's just not good, but let's talk about the good parts.
As Star Wars fans, it's difficult to, you know, enjoy it when you're thinking, oh my god, this is not Star Wars. But we're going to put that aside for now, and we're just going to talk about...
Just as a movie.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about that.
So, you want let's name off aspects. So
okay.
Start with you.
Let's see. Ewan McGregor, as Obi-Wan, is really good casting. That was a great decision on their part. He's a good actor. He brings a lot to the role in all three of these. I'll talk... just allude to that for the other two, but...
His character is so bad in this movie, but he is a good actor.
Oh, his character... Yeah, we'll get into his character himself, but I'm just talking about the actor, and the actor is good. Even with not so great directing, which we'll get into as well.
Alright. I got one.
You want one?
We'll take turns until we run out of ideas. We stand here staring at the camera like...
Yep. Okay, go ahead.
John Williams. John Williams is back.
John Williams.
And his score is very good. I consider the Phantom Menace soundtrack to be as much a Star Wars soundtrack as any others. I listen to the music, and it sounds like Star Wars.
Duel of the Fates is one of his best compositions for,
Oh, sure.
Star Wars.
Yeah, it's
I would
very
say it's up there for sure.
And even like the
music so much, so.
even like the Trade Federation theme, bum ba bum bum ba bum bum. That sounds like Star Wars to me. It's like, it's not like, because the movie's bad, that aspect is still good for me. It's not ruined because John Williams is so good.
I'll bring up one. The video games that came about because of this.
Oh, that's a cop out. You can't bring up pod racing.
all right, fine. I have a backup.
Okay.
Ben Burtt.
Yeah, the sound design was very good. Well, it seems like everybody they brought back, continued to do good things. Everyone that George Lucas was like, please come back. Thank God they did because...
Except George Lucas himself.
Well, we're not talking about Lucas himself. We're talking about who he managed to keep on.
No, exactly.
No, Ben Burtt actually edited and did the sound design for this film.
I
mean, for the editing, I think he did the best he could with the script. Like, you know, the editing is fine in this movie. It's Star Wars has never been that.
Yeah.
Until Force Awakens, which I can see there's a definite huge difference. Star Wars has never been that boom, 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 fast beat, edit, you know, film like the Star Trek reboot is. You know what I mean?
I mean, not in a modern way. I think, like, in an 80s way, the originals definitely are.
But it's not that fast-paced action film where it's beat, 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 beat. You know, the cuts are fast because there's a lot of action going on. That's not what Star Wars has ever been. It's been more of operatic fantasy film. You know, and even Lucas himself has called it a soap opera more than a space battle movie.
Yeah.
But it looks like JJ's taking that a different direction. But Phantom Menace definitely continues the trend.
Okay.
But it's fine. Oh yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, really? Already?
I guess, you know, for the time, the effects are respectable. There's too much effects. But what they did with some of the locations, it looks fine. You know, it doesn't look... It's not special edition bad, where it's like, oh my god, what is this visual sore
fake.
on my
Most
nice, beautiful movie?
Some shots do, some parts do, but...
Jar Jar looks terrible.
Jar Jar is terrible in so many ways. But, well, here's another one. The lightsaber battles in this are really good.
Well,
on a technical level.
Okay, I'm not talking about the environments because I hate them, but I'm talking about the just the effects are fine. You know, for the time, they're competent because it's ILM. I mean, ILM's just amazing.
Right.
Back to you.
But yeah, the lightsaber battle at the end of this movie, obviously with Darth Maul, and I'll get into him later. That's a great scene. On a technical level, I understand why people have a problem with it on it not having as much emotion, and I definitely agree with that to a point, but I still enjoy it for what it is as a fun lightsaber battle. It is fun to watch. Finally! In this movie.
Well, many years ago, like 5 years ago, I would have said, oh, the pod race scene. I disagree with that now.
It goes on too long.
No, not only that. I really mean this is not as good as people think it is. I really agree. I think people are wrong because they're like, oh, something's happening. That's what it is. It just stands out because something is happening.
That might be true.
The rest of the movie, nothing happens. But when we get to the pod race, things are moving fast. It kind of feels like Star Wars. Hey, it's like things are going fast and there's some yelling and, you know, some action going on. But I don't know if I want to get into this yet because I will definitely mention this in my negative side. But that is what I would have said probably 5 years ago. But now, after rewatching it, I think I've shifted.
Okay.
I like the battle droids. They're kind of cool design.
They're cool design. Darth Maul. I like Darth Maul legitimately. I'll get into this a little bit more later, but he should have been the Vader, or not in the same way, but basically the Vader of this trilogy.
And Ian McDiarmid, he's a really good guy. I'm glad they brought him back.
Oh, of course.
As Palpatine. Yeah. Even though his character's kind of boring in this one, he gets better, so it's fine. I can't say I like Samuel L. Jackson because he's terrible in this movie, though. He's usually so good. Such a miscast.
I like the credits.
No, I actually don't like the opening credits. I was gonna.
No, I was saying the end credits because it's over.
Do you want to get into it now? Now, I propose that we go chronologically because there's so much to talk about that we need to get through quickly.
And yeah, we're going to do this as quickly as possible.
Starting out with the opening sliding credits.
Yes, few problems already. The opening sliding credits, and I don't have it memorized like some fans do, so bear with me.
It's Phantom Menace. Don't blame him for not having it memorized.
Yeah, exactly. It's freaking Phantom Menace. Screw you. Taxation and trade routes. Yeah, that's riveting. I'm going to bring this up now, and I'll probably bring this up several times in these prequels. Lucas loves to say, for those who aren't aware, that these movies are for kids. So the adults watch them shouldn't be too pissed because they're for kids. Okay, well, I remember being a young lad at the age of 6 and 7. I don't exactly remember being really into trade disputes and taxations and
space politics and
or any politics of any nature, obviously. Oh no, I remember watching all the presidential debates when I was 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wasn't I watching cartoons? Oh wait, no, I was.
Yeah, it's just all wrong from the outset. It does not feel like Star Wars. It feels like some weird pretender. You know, that's
It really does.
it's the strangest thing. But you know what? You know, I'm not gonna fault it because it's just the opening credits. But then we get into the beginning of the film, and this is where, you know, I'm gonna bring them up because I need to. The New Hope. We have the Corellian Corvette going overhead. Then we have the Star Destroyer, huge battle. In Empire, we have the probe droid.
Awesome.
Which is a great opening. It's very visually interesting. And then we have the reveal of our hero and all that.
Right.
In Return of the Jedi, we have the Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah. Awesome.
Which is really cool. I think, as I'll say, it's a little overly long, but you know what?
We'll get to that in a few.
It's set up
movies.
in Empire, so it's a continuation. It makes sense. And then with Phantom Menace, we have two boring guys in robes going to solve a trade dispute.
Okay, I get that what Lucas is trying to do. I get he's trying to show what the Jedi did before, you know,
I think he's trying to
the
say,
Empire and all that stuff.
They're peacekeepers. I think that's what he's trying to show. First of all, why is their ship piloted by children? I never understood that.
They're
little kids.
They're little kids, right?
I know, they're like little kids piloting the ship, but
like what?
But it's like we see them and we hear them bantering, and it's like this seems not like we would imagine. Like
it's
Jedi.
Weird, you know.
Yeah, it's like Lucas wanted to show Jedi as being just these emotionless, you know, shells.
Yeah, was Obi-Wan like that in the original trilogy? I don't think so. He was
I mean,
wise, but not an emotionless shell. Those don't equal each other.
I think there's a difference of like controlling your emotions, like Yoda was talking about,
right.
and being walking robots. You know, that's the problem.
As much as I like RoboCop, I wasn't expecting to see crap. RoboCop has more emotion in those movies, any of them, than these Jedi do here.
Yeah. I mean, so then we get the whole opening action thing, which we don't really understand entirely, because we're like, okay, they're trying to kill him now for some reason because they're Jedi, and then they just invade this planet.
I mean, like, that's the thing, like, why are you trying to kill them? Like, I get they're doing something technically illegal because, you know, they're like, minorities. Well, illegal when they're talking to Sidious.
Sidious said to kill them. Right.
Right.
I don't understand what his plan was this whole time. Like, okay, if he's supposed to have this all planned out, it seems like everything had to be really convenient.
Yeah.
You know, go along just perfect for his plan to work out.
I guess we should say spoilers if you haven't seen the movies and you're watching this video, but
they're like
it's Star Wars.
Very old now. Come on, this is over 17 years old.
If you haven't seen this, just go hide under a rock.
Okay.
Somewhere.
So skipping ahead a little bit.
Sure.
We're in the forest. They just landed.
We meet a sturdy, loathsome creature, an abomination on all of man and movie kind, Jar Jar Binks.
Lucas obviously wanted a character for the kids to like.
He did.
Because C-3PO takes a huge backseat in this movie. And R2.
Oh, he has like one scene. I mean, that's not even a backseat. That's a cameo.
Yeah. I mean, so our comic relief characters get shoved aside, and instead we get Jar Jar, who... I don't think Lucas understood what made 3PO and R2 good, and here I'm going to illustrate this perfectly, because I just watched A New Hope with Sean, like 2 days ago, and I was laughing, like, out loud at how funny their relationship was, because it's designed in a way that R2, the kids will laugh at all, like, the little physical R2 things that he does, like, he's kind of cutesy, so the kids like him, and they'll laugh. But the adults will laugh too because there are jokes going on and little...
There's like quips that adults can get behind and laugh at because it's also how people, you know, friends will sometimes talk to each other in a way.
So this is what, you know, you get to love these characters through their relationship, through their interactions. Jar Jar just is annoying the whole movie. That's all he does.
Jar Jar! Woo!
I can think of like 20 examples why. All he does, he doesn't contribute anything, unlike 3PO and R2, who contribute plenty.
Does he do a single thing? He accidentally destroys some Val droids at the end of the movie, I guess?
Accidentally.
Everything he does is an accident, except for episode 2, which we'll get to in our next video.
But it's like they wanted to put like the Three Stooges into this Star Wars movie, and it's just the dumbest thing. Like,
and then didn't understand why the Three Stooges was funny in the first place. That's the thing, too.
I know, and he's just, he doesn't belong. I don't want to dwell on Jar Jar because we could talk about him all day, and everything has been said. Jar Jar is a terrible character. I don't want to talk about him for the rest of this review because
Right.
I want to get
That's
into
fair.
what we actually think about this. Everybody knows this character sucks, so
He does suck.
we don't need to illustrate it.
If you
anymore, I
are
think.
someone who likes him, that's fine. Go ahead and enjoy him. I know there are people out there. I personally hate his guts.
I want. This is what I feel.
Yeah,
Should
pretty
not be
much
the
is
Jar
why
Jar.
we did that skit. But anyway,
So, moving on. So then we have this queen who is
played by Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman
And Keira Knightley.
Somehow, some point during the movie, I can't even tell.
I think it's supposed to.
switched to
Yeah, there's
Keira
like
Knightley.
these little cues that I
It's
heard.
no. That's whenever like the handmaidens are in the shot,
Yeah.
then you know it's.
Because Natalie Portman's supposed to be the handmaid there, therefore Keira Knightley's the queen.
But it's
stand-in. But
And I love the little like hints they're dropping throughout the film. They're like, "Well, I don't approve." Like, remember when she says that?
let's talk. You want to talk about this now? Because there's a funny moment later in the middle of the movie that I need to talk about with this handmaiden thing.
All right, you can. point it
Okay,
out.
so we get R2 in this movie on the Naboo cruiser, I guess. He fixes a part of the ship that gets shot, and the Queen brings him up to thank him or whatever. Then it's not the Queen, by the way. This is when the handmaiden is standing in for the Queen. The handmaiden tells the real Queen, "Go clean R2 right now." Like,
No.
what?
The decoy tells the real queen.
No, the decoy, that's right. The decoy tells the real queen to go
I love
clean
that
R2.
thing. Go clean up R2. And I
Like,
bet
what the
I bet she's like, "Oh wow, thanks." Yeah.
Oh, I'll be getting you back later for that one.
You'll be cleaning plenty more R2s in your day. This is over.
Like, is that like a sweet little revenge or something she just did to her? Like,
Also,
what
it really
is that?
doesn't make sense to not tell the Jedi because they drag her along on this like dangerous city, and why wouldn't they trust Qui-Gon?
Well, I think Qui-Gon knows.
No, he doesn't.
He's
He's openly talking to her,
Hold on.
like saying, "Oh, the Queen doesn't need to know."
I think he's saying, you don't
No,
need to know.
he's not.
Hold on. Because there's a shot later when it's revealed, he doesn't react. He's like, now, either you're going to say Liam Neeson saw... Well, he doesn't
Nobody
suck in this
reacts
movie.
in that scene. Not a single one
Except
of them has a facial reaction.
Jake Lloyd. Jake Lloyd does.
Yeah, because
to be
he
fair.
has to fall in love with her, so that's why he
All right,
reacts.
all
Nobody
right,
else
all right.
cares.
I'm trying to give this movie something, man.
I think that he had no idea. That's why he's blatantly disobeying the Queen's rules. He would be.
I want to
even more
get
of
into
a.
Qui-Gon later, but Qui-Gon's interesting too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyway, this goes on, and essentially it's a wasted 30 minutes of the movie because they go through this planet core, and then there's a fish, and then we go to the
Then
city.
there's always a bigger fish.
Yeah, we see the
Yeah.
Gungan city pointlessly. I mean, it just seems like, oh, look, there's something visually interesting here. And
I mean, okay, I get... The only thing I can maybe say is they're on the other side of the planet. 'Cause
Why?
That's just where they landed.
because an invasion would land near the capital city, don't you
That's
think?
true. Never mind.
I don't
I
understand.
can't even give it that.
I don't even get it. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, so we're skipping all of that because it's really boring, and then we just get them rescuing the Queen, and then they...
Yeah, they're rescuing the Queen. There is a funny line from the droid. I love when the droid is sassy to Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon's
I
like,
swear
you're
the
trying
droid
to
is
take her to
sassy.
Coruscant. Coruscant, that doesn't compute. You're under arrest.
You're under arrest. And he just gets chopped in half.
Yeah, it's actually
Well, I
really
think the
awesome.
droids get better as the movies go
Yeah,
on.
they do. Fair enough.
Well, not in 2, I guess, but in 3. But all that is boring. We don't care. Then the it's not enough power to get us to Coruscant. The hyperdrive is leaking. So we get that guy, and they make it past the blockade. They get to Tatooine. So here's where the interesting stuff starts happening, I guess.
Oh, yes.
They're supposed to start happening.
Interesting stuff, yes. Where we meet Anakin, young Anakin, at age, 10, right?
Yeah, he's like 10.
Okay. Played by Jake Lloyd.
Or 9, I don't know, 9 or 10.
Yeah.
something like that.
Now, Jake Lloyd, he's probably, I'll admit, probably gotten too much hate. I feel a little bad for the actor himself. It's like, he was a kid, he was directed to do this, guys. Leave him alone. If you watch interviews now with him, it's so sad, actually.
He's not good in the movie, he's really bad, but he's dealing with lines like, "Are you an angel?"
What? An angel?
I hear the deep space pilots talk about.
We
What
have
the
made
heck?
fun of that line many times.
What kind of dialogue is that, Lucas?
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
he's dealing with that, so I understand.
He's a kid actor having to say lines like that. Come on.
He's written terribly. Yeah, that's established. Okay, this is where I start really hating this film. They throw in this Messiah-like
Why is Anakin Skywalker Jesus?
They really try to make him Jesus because they make him like
He's evil
conceived by the
Jesus.
midi-chlorians. Some people don't even know that. That's what Lucas was intending, guys.
He's
Conceived by midi-chlorians. That's what he.
much like Jesus was conceived by the Holy Spirit.
Midi-chlorians are the Force. That's what the midi-chlorians are. We can get into midi-chlorians.
Oh, I have a very fun theory, but we'll get to that in a sec.
Yeah, so this is like the second most thing I hate about Phantom Menace, and I will get into the first one at the end. That is my biggest qualm, so I'll finish with that. But I just hate this because it's like it's so unnecessary. It's dumb. It makes finding Anakin a miracle instead of just this kid just happens to be really Force sensitive.
Right, why couldn't he have just been a kid that happened to be Force sensitive that the Jedi have recruited at a young age?
Why did Anakin need to be special? I mean, all that Obi-Wan said is he's the greatest fighter pilot in the galaxy, so make a kid who pod races, and that's what shows Qui-Gon that he's really good at pod racing. Why did it have to be more than that? Why did it have to be...
Admittedly, why do we even have to show Kid Anakin? Can we skip to 2? But get to that later, I guess,
know, but you know, if you're going to show how you find him...
Sure. No, I understand what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying, you know? You don't need this more heaped on top.
The character of Anakin has so many reasons it just doesn't work, and Tatooine itself... I mean, I get what he's trying to do.
Nostalgia! See, look,
That's exactly what he's trying to do. Fan service up the butt. Oh, later on we're going to get Yoda. We're going to get 3PO. Anakin created 3PO, apparently. We get to see his origin story.
Because everybody needs to be tied together some
Why?
In the first movie.
Why?
Like, why couldn't we bring in one of the other characters later on? Why did we have to have them all at once? I didn't get that. It was like...
It's...
Why? Why is that? Then we get to the pod race. As Sean said, it's overly long. Can I talk about the pod race?
Go ahead.
I swear, first of all, I don't care about anyone in the race. I don't care about Anakin at this point because we just met him. He's kind of annoying. He doesn't exhibit anything that makes us like feel bad for him. Besides, he's a slave. Apparently, that's supposed to make us. Oh, I mean, he's a slave. Oh,
I think Jake Lloyd does well when he doesn't have to say lines, and he doesn't have to say lines there. So I believe he's flying a admittedly CGI pod.
Well, what I'm trying to say is I don't care about the character, so I don't care about the race. I mean, I really don't. I mean, if you sat me down and said, hey, do you want to watch Star Wars Episode 1, the pod race, or do you want to watch NASCAR? I really wouldn't have a preference because, first of all, I don't understand how people like NASCAR. It's just driving around in circles. But it's really like the same thing for me. It's like watching NASCAR. It's like the most boring thing in the world that I don't care about.
I've heard, here's an interesting comparison. I know we're not talking about Harry Potter, but I've heard some people compare this to like the random Quidditch scene that's in those first couple movies. And I feel like I enjoy it because it's like, it's a break. In both versions, it's a break from the talking bits of, well, Harry Potter's much more freaking interesting.
We care about Harry, though. We care about Harry. We care about what he's doing in the movie.
That's exactly true.
He's given a lot of development, and the whole first movie is about him learning how to play Quidditch. So it's definitely an aspect of it. I don't mind it. You know, having sports in a young adult movie is fine. But when you do it like this, where it's like supposed to take up this huge middle section of the movie. This is our middle action scene. This is what we get as our big middle centerpiece of the movie. And it's too long. It's, again, boring. It feels...
Yeah, it's too long. I feel like, I mean, maybe I am just one of those people that enjoy it because something freaking happening finally. God. But at least I'm like, it's cool visually. Honestly, it's visually well done. I like the idea of pods. You know, it's kind of like when they make this Han Solo prequel movie, I know they're going to. Because it's been announced. I want them to do the Castle Run, and I'm sure it'll be something in this vein, you know, a race. We'll see.
But we'll
hopefully it won't be that long.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah,
that's on the writing.
Well, that's the idea. You know, I'm saying that about Lucas. I don't think he doesn't understands how to develop characters. I really don't. Like, he just lost that ability after A New Hope. And
it disappeared. It's weird.
He just doesn't get it anymore. Because he's trying to copy himself too much. Do you notice that? He's really trying to copy A New Hope.
That's true. I think he is.
And it's distracting. You know, it's like, yeah, homage is one thing. but blatant ripping off of your own movies is distracting and annoying, and it makes us think of how better the other one was, you know? Do something new, do something different.
Well, it's like poetry, it rhymes.
Yeah, I know, I hate it when he says that. If you ever want to just like hurt your brain, watch the Phantom Menace behind the scenes. I've seen the documentary, like the whole thing, and he says some really dumb things in that. But yeah, so then we go to Coruscant, right?
Oh yes, Coruscant, finally.
And then we get space politics.
So many things about this. Okay. Again, why do we care? I mean, okay. There's a way you could do this. I'm not gonna lie. Like, politics in movies, it doesn't have to be boring. I just watched, admittedly not a political movie, but I just watched Spotlight. And that's very fascinating. And all they are doing is writing a news report about something and investigating something that, if it's written poorly, would be terrible. But it's very interesting. You can do this kind of stuff that may be boring in real life and make it freaking fascinating. This stuff is not. We don't care about Naboo because we haven't.
It's really not Star Wars, though.
I'm going to point out a big reason why we don't care about Naboo. We never, ever, ever see what is going to happen to these people.
We never see suffering of them. We never see it. We
and
just are told about it.
You know, and admittedly in the original trilogy, I guess we don't see a ton of that, but at least
we see a planet explode.
We at least see Alderaan explode. We see several.
And we know that Princess Leia. We see her reaction to it because we know that she has family and we know that she's upset and she's torn between two different causes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, yeah, we saw very little, but at least it's enough for us to get invested. Like, okay, these people are willing to destroy a whole planet filled with probably millions and billions of people. Okay, that's messed up. Whereas these people, all I know is you could walk outside on Naboo and be totally fine. The Beldridge are saying, hello, battle droid. Do you have weapons? No. Okay, cool. Go about your business. Like, what the hell?
Well, it's just another example of Lucas telling us something instead of showing us.
This is a movie, Lucas. Show, don't tell. We want stuff shown to us. If I wanted to be told it, I'd read a dang book.
I know. So, and then this stupid political crap extends forever that we don't care about. We don't care about, like, Chancellor Valorum. We don't care about his politics. We don't.
I can't afford no confidence.
And then so the Queen goes back to Naboo, right? And then she drags everybody back with her because they all have to go, right? Because it's the story.
Why does Anakin have to go?
I don't get it.
Why is he not just staying at the temple or something?
Yeah, why do they bring Jar Jar back? Like, oh yeah, well you can't forget him. We really need his help.
No, they do. Okay, I'm gonna try to explain it. They do drop a line saying Jar Jar, kind of saying, we're going to try and get the Gungans because we need an army.
And I'm sure the guy who's exiled is really going to help with that. I guess that he needs them to find the secret place. Isn't that we call it the secret place?
Yeah.
It's such a dumb thing. And so yeah, they get back to Naboo. They find the secret place. They persuade the Gungans because the Queen reveals herself. Oh my God, I'm the real Queen. Yeah. It's really a weird scene because the decoy is doing fine. Like she's actually doing a pretty good job. And then Padme, it's like, no, actually, I'm the Queen, and what she said.
I guess they want to lie to them and stuff, I guess, but it's
I guess
still
she wanted to beg him, like get on her knees and beg, and she thought the decoy wasn't
poorly done. It's poorly done.
Yeah, and then we get the end action crap.
Yeah, the 4 scenes that we didn't need. Okay.
4? Oh my God.
Okay. The lightsaber battle, that is awesome. That whole sequence.
It's alright. It's definitely the best of the 4 because at least it's interesting. At least there's some
that's
good
the only thing is I
choreography.
wish we cared about Qui-Gon because
we don't.
He dies at the end. I don't feel anything. I'm like, oh.
We're not really given any emotional investment into these characters.
Whereas,
we just like Darth Maul because he's cool.
Whereas, like, say, Obi-Wan, when he dies in the original Star Wars, you feel that. You're like, oh my gosh. There's Luke's mentor. Now, what's Luke going to do? You know?
Yeah. We are driven to like his character.
You already like Obi-Wan, you already like Luke, and you feel bad for Luke when he loses his mentor. There you go. Easy. You don't
and
feel
obviously
bad for...
they're trying to, again, he's trying to copy himself.
It's
the same thing.
But it just doesn't work at all because we don't really get much from Obi-Wan. He stays on the ship when they go to Tatooine and just says dumb stuff. In fact, shouldn't he be the more reckless one, being the Padawan? Wouldn't that make more sense? But Qui-Gon's more reckless. I mean, we haven't really talked about Qui-Gon's, but he's a million stupid things in this movie.
He does a lot of dumb
and
things.
I'm not even talking about just saving Jar Jar. That was dumb for other reasons.
No, he does a lot of dumb things. He's regarded by the council as that one,
Okay. Should I bring up my theory about midi-chlorians?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So I have a theory, because I know a lot of people hate midi-chlorians. That's I do too. But I have my own personal theory.
Well, we didn't bring up midi-chlorians yet, so like,
okay, let's establish midi-chlorians. Midi-chlorians are the stupidest things, because the Force always felt, and I agree with everyone over, the age of 20 or whatever, that the Force is meant to be a religion, some sort of Eastern philosophical religion, that if you got good enough at it, you could be a Jedi just like Yoda.
Well, no, the Force is established to be a omnipresent thing that makes up the entire universe. Something that is more like a spiritual thing.
But no, apparently the only way you can use the Force is if you have a certain thing in your blood veins called midi-chlorians.
Why? And apparently how they become Jedi is they test little babies, and if they have midi-chlorians, they steal them from their parents.
That sucks for a few reasons. One, when you're a kid watching those original films, you feel like, oh man, I would love to be a Jedi too. You imagine yourself being a Jedi. You go get a plastic lightsaber.
Sorry, you can't.
Play with your friends. Oh, you can! Because you don't have midi-chlorians, kid! Ha ha! Screw you! Yeah, that's what Phantom Menace is. So I have a wonderful theory about this. My theory is that Qui-Gon, because he's the only one who starts bringing it up, right? He's actually schizophrenic. And here's how my theory goes. Okay. So, when he believes in his twisted, messed up mind that midi-chlorians are real. And if he does not continue to believe this, if he is shown the truth that midi-chlorians are all BS, he'll snap. He'll go join the dark side and do horrible, horrible things. So there's a conspiracy amongst the Jedi that all the council's in on, Obi-Wan's in on, to keep that hidden from him, and every time it comes up, be like, oh yes, midi-chlorians, yes, you're right, Qui-Gon, yep, no, what, you didn't, no, midi-chlorians are real, yep, it's okay, so, Obi-Wan's on the ship like, oh yes, he has more midi-chlorians than Yoda, yeah, totally, sure, and he probably senses something in Anakin from that far, sure, I'll go with that, but he's like, yeah, midi-chlorians, yep, you're right. It's all BS.
Definitely an interesting fan theory. Totally broken by episode 3.
I know, but dang it, I don't want to even count midi-chlorians in existence. And I know J.J. Abrams has said many times that he isn't, so...
No midi-chlorians in Force Awakens, thank God.
Yes.
Yeah, I hate it too. That's all I'm going to say to that. Because I just want to get to the end of this movie so we can talk about what I really hate.
Okay.
So yeah, we get all these stupid battles that we don't care about.
Yeah. Anakin going into space, by the way, like Luke is... Well, not like Luke, but it's entirely stupid.
We need a space battle because it's Star Wars, right? So, it's this pointless battle, and Anakin accidentally destroys the ship. Accidentally.
If that's what Lucas was thinking, I want to say Episode 5 didn't have one damn space. I mean, maybe 5 seconds at the beginning.
No, it has the Falcon flying through the asteroid field.
Oh,
that whole
shoot,
sequence.
You're right. I was thinking like a big space battle in my head. That's what I was trying to say.
No, I mean, but that's enough. I mean, what I'm saying is like, Lucas is like, well, we got to check all the boxes. But Anakin accidentally blows up the droid ship.
Because he tries spinning. That's a good trick.
Yeah, it's so dumb, and yeah, he saves the day accidentally, and Qui-Gon dies, and then Obi-Wan avenges him by killing Darth Maul, which was such a huge mistake.
You're jumping. I want to say one more thing about the space battle, because let's compare it, because I know he was doing this. Compare it to the original Star Wars, when Luke went in to destroy the Death Star, one, that was on purpose, not an accident. Two, you were rooting for him because you care about this character. You're like, yes, Luke, destroy the Death Star, destroy the evil Empire, and all that. Kill Peter Cushing. But here, you don't care. You're more like, what the heck are you doing, kid? I know you can't really fly this well, but fly back in the hangar bay. And by the way, I love that the droid at the gunship, there's like a gun, or not a gunship, sorry, but there's a turret right outside the hangar bay. It hits this one pilot who's trying to get to the ship, but this kid who just shoots out, doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Totally missed it like 3 times. I'm like, are you kidding me?
The Force was helping him.
Oh, the Force. Oh, of course, stop.
Yeah.
But anyway, Darth Maul, sorry.
Darth Maul, yeah. So they killed their big bad villain way too early.
I love Darth Maul. He should have been the villain. He is cool. He has one line in this movie. It's so cool when he says it. Ourselves to the Jedi. Let's we will have our revenge. It's so freaking cool. Ray Park, he's a great actor in this. I know he's in the X-Men. I'm blanking on who he plays in the X-Men right now.
He's a stuntman.
He's a stuntman.
But
he's a great stuntman actor.
It's funny they dubbed his voice, which I think is hilarious.
They did that for Vader too in the original trilogy, so fair enough.
But I mean, he's not wearing a mask. It's just like, oh, I guess I don't have a evil villain voice then. Thanks. But he's really good. He's definitely a very good swordsman, and you can definitely tell he has experience, which is cool. But then he dies, and again, pointlessly. It should have been an arc. It should have continued that. That Obi-Wan needs to avenge them. That gives him a character arc.
Funny enough, I don't know if you've seen this video. There's a great video on YouTube called "What If Star Wars Episode 1 Was Good?" And it's this guy who basically took ideas from Episode 1 and just rewrote his own version.
I watched that.
I
have a lot of problems with his video, actually. I think it's... oh,
really?
I think it's okay. It's definitely better, but it's...
Okay, whatever, fine.
But it's not the best way they could have done it, for sure. I think he was just doing what he wanted to see, as opposed to...
All right. Anyway,
but anyway, we get that. Then Anakin becomes a Jedi, and this scene. I love this scene with Obi-Wan and Yoda, where Yoda's like, "I just sense grave danger if Anakin is being a Jedi."
Grave danger. Now.
And then Obi-Wan responds with like, "But I promised Qui-Gon." And then Yoda's like, "Okay." Okay. Basically pulls
He says compound to the fist all of a sudden. Okay.
And then totally agree with you, the council does. Your apprentice, Skunk Skywalker will
be. I know he still says, I do not. I sense there's something terrible. I get it, but what the hell?
Why would he... Apparently it's really easy to win Yoda over. Because, no, in the same scene he's like, agree with you, the council does not.
He says that... No,
right at the beginning of that scene.
No, he says, agree with you, the council does, but I do not. That's what he says. No, that's the line.
No. At the beginning of the scene, he says, the council will not let you, take him as your apprentice. No, we completely disagree with you.
Okay.
Because grave danger. And then Obi-Wan's like, but I promised Qui-Gon. And then Yoda's like, okay, agree with you, the council does. Apparently Yoda just speaks for the council, magically.
Alright.
Okay.
Yoda the version we watched was the...
Wait, he doesn't say, but I do not. He never says that.
I swear he does.
He says, agree with you, the
council
council
does. He does. Yes, he does. He says, but I do not.
What is the line?
He literally says, agree with you, the council does. But I do not.
No, that's not the line. What he says. Agree with you, the council does. Your apprentice, young Skywalker, will be. That's the line.
Oh, that's at the end.
Yeah, the end.
Oh, no. That's what he's... Am I remembering from something else?
Yeah, that's not the line.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, maybe I'm remembering that from something else.
Yeah, I think you are. That's the line. He completely changes his mind in the scene.
Can we talk about Yoda? I don't know. I like that they changed his look on the Blu-rays, because the original version of Yoda looked so... The original version in Episode 1, I should say. Not Episode 5 or 6, but he looks terrible in there.
Why did they just take the same puppet? I don't understand why they had this redesign.
If that's the same puppet, then wow, I'd be very surprised.
No, it wasn't.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
It was different.
Okay. That was terrible.
Really bad.
Praying gods, you're trying your best, man. I understand, but holy crap, it's terrible.
Yeah, so we did get CGI Yoda, which...
There's more to talk about Yoda in the next two movies, especially two.
He just talks in this one. He's like Mace Windu, they just sit and talk. That's all they do.
My thesis is the prequel trilogy could also be called The Journey of How Yoda Was Ruined.
Well...
In some ways.
In some ways.
More in two, especially. But.
Yeah. But, so then they get the big celebration at the end, and Anakin's an apprentice, and then Boss Nass holds up this stupid round thing, and... That's the end of the movie.
Did you like Fat Kids?
Yeah, it's really stupid. But, okay. Now we went through the whole thing, so now I can bring up the thing I hate most about the Phantom Menace. The prophecy. Why is there a prophecy in this movie?
Okay, just because... Gosh, this came out even before Harry Potter. But just because, Narnia has a prophecy. Lord of the Rings has a prophecy, right? Or am I wrong? I think it does.
It has, it talks about...
Sort of.
It talks about, it's kind of like a legend-ish type thing.
Oh, no. Okay, no, you're right. There's no prophecy in that.
But there are...
But just because there's prophecies in so many of these admittedly stories that Star Wars
Well,
in a way.
I understand
that
he's basing his story off of the old like Campbell works, you know.
Right, that's what he said about the original.
But adding the prophecy completely like
out of the blue
destroys
I think that's
Anakin's
what
character arc because we don't care anymore because it's almost like it's meant to be, you know what I mean? Like I understand Lucas was like, "Oh, but we want to make it look like the prophecy failed and then it will eventually succeed."
But the thing is, we are watching these weren't made in order.
No, but are you telling me that in Return of the Jedi that Vader did not change his mind out of the love of his son, but some ancient people that we never know about predicted that Vader would change his mind, and that's why he did it? I mean, doesn't that completely destroy Vader's character arc change?
He was destined to change his mind. What?
Why would it be destiny? That totally ruins it. You know, it should have been like, it could have easily been where Vader watches the Emperor kill his son. But because he has that good still in him, a piece of him is still good, he's able to rekindle that and save his son from getting killed. Which is such a powerful moment that's totally ruined by...
Oh, it's ruined also in the Blu-ray edition, but I'll get to that on our Jedi review.
We haven't seen the movie yet. So.
I've seen the clip, though.
Yeah, but in context, you haven't seen it. So.
Alright, fine.
What I'm saying is, prophecy was totally pointless because I don't even know why it's thrown in there. It's just so... You don't need it. It makes Anakin this special person.
Why?
Like, why do we need him to be this really special person?
I mean, Obi-Wan never mentioned this. Even like in passing to Yoda, he has dialogue with Yoda when Luke's gone. You never hear him say, "Oh boy, maybe the prophecy could still be made, fulfilled if Luke manages to defeat Vader." No, nothing like that.
No, it seems like that Yoda and Obi-Wan want him to kill Darth Vader.
They do.
They don't. They're not like saying, "Oh, the prophecy could still work." That's not it at all, and it's not something you needed because it makes Anakin not look like, oh look, he's just a character in a very large universe. Mm-hmm. No, it's like, oh, it's the Jesus story of this galaxy. Why do we need the Jesus story? Why can't this just be an interesting character that we're talking about? Yeah. It doesn't need to be the center of the universe story.
Why does Anakin... This is going to sound interesting, but hang on. Why does Anakin need to be super special? He doesn't. He's a Jedi. Yes, Obi-Wan talks to him about him saying he was the best pilot in the galaxy, but that doesn't equal greatest Jedi who will fix the Force.
Making him a general in the Clone Wars would have been interesting enough,
By the way, bringing balance to the Force, doesn't that mean he would have to become a Sith because the Force is balanced in the favor of the Jedi, and there's only 2 Sith?
Well, I mean, they're balanced.
How does that make sense?
They say destroy the Sith and bring balance to the Force.
Okay.
That's what they do say in the line.
All right.
Apparently, according to the Jedi, balance means all good, I guess. I don't know.
So something I noticed, I guess.
But, yeah, the other thing is, that Sith, the idea of the Sith is so interesting, and it's just so, ruined, Because I understand Star Wars is a good versus evil story, I get it. But we should at least see, oh, this is why they do what they do. This is the motivation. Yeah. Instead of the dark side, it's just kind of said, oh, it's the dark side.
Isn't it more interesting to have a character, good or evil, do something good because that's their character arc or whatever, as opposed to, oh, a prophecy predicted it, therefore it must happen.
It takes till episode 3 until we see any reason why somebody would go to the dark side as a legitimate path. We have Count Dooku, who, they allude to, oh, there is a story. We're not going to tell you that story, but it's there. Because I think Lucas was just kind of I don't really know what I'm writing right now. I'll write this mystery and maybe solve it.
So he never does. We'll get to that in the next
video. But, I think I hope you agree with me, is that it's just unnecessary. You don't need a prophecy, you know what I mean?
No, exactly, you don't. That's the thing. Just because... some stories it works for it. Okay, Narnia, that's fine. I think the worst thing is it's coming in...
But Narnia
basically the 4th movie.
Narnia is allegory for the Bible.
Right, that's why there's a prophecy.
I get the Messiah
the freaking Bible
thing. Because it's meant to go off of the Bible. But Does Star Wars need to do that too? Does Star Wars?
Why does Star Wars need to be Jesus? Why? He doesn't. It makes no sense. In fact, it's a little weird because Jesus never became evil and then was turned back to good by his son.
Yeah, it's
so
really weird.
That makes no sense.
It's a dumb thing that he wanted to make the Skywalker family this really special family.
Just because they're the main characters, I swear that's the only reason.
Yeah, just because, we need a reason to have them be the main characters. Why not just them be interesting characters?
No, yeah. Just write an interesting character, Lucas. I know you're finding that difficult in your old age, but try that.
I think that's what Abrams is going to try to do, at least. I understand they have to keep with the Skywalker family in some way, so there's been a lot of speculation.
I don't... I want to try and avoid the rumors and the speculations.
So I know that
I kind of want to go in it
probably Luke had a kid at some point. I'm guessing that's what happens.
Oh, but love is forbidden, as we learned in these prequels.
Well, that's, okay, things that I'm actually okay with. That's one of them. Because I understand that Lucas was kind of going off of these, the monk-type lifestyle.
Okay, that's true.
They're celibate, oftentimes in our world, when it comes to, like, either Buddhist monks or Christian monks or
priests or... whatever,
They live a celibate life because they're dedicated to the Force. And that's what I'm thinking Lucas is going for.
Sure.
I get it. And because love brings into all this personal attachment type things. And fear of loss. And I understand what Yoda's going through. I understand what he's saying. I get that. That's fine. Also, them starting as kids, Buddhist monks do that too. I don't think it's a problem. A lot of people flip out about it.
2-year-olds, though?
Yeah, they're very young when they...
Really? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Read about it.
Okay. That's interesting, actually. I did not know that.
Yeah, Eastern religion, they start very young in their order,
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple moments in the next couple films where I think, like, it's like, okay, dude. I mean, I understand the whole no attachment, dude. Like, he lost his mom, you piece of green crap.
Yeah. But I know, the thing is, it's hard to talk about this movie because everything's been said,
Red Letter Media has a 90-minute review on this movie.
I would definitely refer people to that. I would refer people to, many other YouTube videos that have been done on this movie. All we can do is just say the same things that have been said.
Yeah.
This is the total wrong direction for Star Wars, and I think it was an unfortunate occurrence because people didn't think anything Star Wars could be bad, and that's why a lot of people loved this movie when it came out.
Like, this ruined people's fandoms. I've read up on it. Like, some people, like, walked away from Star Wars because of these movies. They were like, I'm done, never touching this stuff again. They had action figures, so, like, they were uber nerd fans, and they sold their stuff. It's, like, so sad.
Which I think is wrong, because you always have the originals to go back to, and...
Yeah, I will say, can we bring this up real quick? This happens a lot with, like, big franchises like this. When people like to say the phrase, raped my childhood, I think that's a little strong. I mean,
I understand that it's upsetting to see something you love go such a bad, wrong way. I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you can always just not watch them again. Just put them away.
Go back to the originals.
Go back to the originals.
Pretend like those other movies.
Because I will tell you this: when I watched A New Hope 2 days ago, it did not mar my enjoyment of that movie. The movie is so good. For anyone who says, "Oh, the Phantom Menace ruined A New Hope," I disagree with you. I'm sorry. I don't think it does. I think the movie is so good on its own. I can forget about midichlorians. I can forget about Jar Jar. I can forget about the prophecy, and enjoy the movie as it is, as it was intended to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts?
Final thoughts are, this is, for me, the worst Star Wars movie that we've got so far. And I haven't seen the Clone Wars anime movie, but I guess I wouldn't even count that. I'm talking about, like, the 6 live-action ones.
If Clone Wars counts, it's the worst. But
oh, okay. I didn't see that one.
Let's not count that.
Fair enough. I would say this one's worse, and I have recently watched Attack of the Clones, and I'll talk about that next video.
I agree with a lot of people that Attack of the Clones is the worst Star Wars film, for many reasons that I will discuss in the next video. But I will agree with you, Phantom Menace is bad.
This is the one that, if I were to watch all 6 again, this would be the chore movie. This is the Rocky V of the Star Wars franchise for me. So
the first 2 movies are chore movies for me. I feel like there is not enough redeeming elements.
I'll talk about 2
to bother watching them. Well, I mean, even in 2, sure, I understand, Sean, that you like some elements at the end, But to slog through that love story,
Okay, man, the
not
love story's
worth it.
terrible.
Not worth the hour-long investment into
I
that.
hate sand. Okay, I don't want to get into that because that's the next
Check
video.
out our episode 2 review.
Oh, that'll be fun.
For more.
But yeah, I guess if I were to give it a rating, I would give this 1.5 out of 5. What about you?
Yeah, 1.5 out of 5.
Okay.
Just because of John Williams, Ben Burtt,
John Williams, yeah.
and
The lightsaber battle, I like it. You know, there are small segments that are Star Wars ads.
I don't really like much in this movie at all, except for a couple of, like, the spectacle shots. And this is I'll get into in the episode 3 review, but I'll mention it now. Just, George Lucas, one thing he can do, he can create that little sense of awe.
Yeah, he can.
And there are a few shots in the Phantom Menace that do that for me.
Okay.
But not much else. So.
All right. So that's our thoughts on episode 1. And stay tuned for our thoughts on the other 6 videos leading up to The Force Awakens. And I'm so happy for that one.
Well, yeah, including The Force Awakens.
Well, of course. We'll do a discuss video on that.
Yeah.
No, don't even have to repeat that.
No,
who the hell cares about Force Awakens?
It's just coincidence we're talking about Phantom Menace.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Sean have to go
there's a new
see
Star Wars movie?
Me and Sean have to go see Alvin and the Chipmunks 4.
Oh,
so.
no, that's the movie I'm looking forward to.
Dude.
I'm looking forward to seeing all the Alvin and Chipmunks movies.
Oh, I should name drop this, though. Stay tuned, because me and Sean have something special planned for Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yes, we do. Oh, my God. I hate you. You're a horrible human being. You'll see.
It's going to be the greatest day of our lives.
I might shoot myself up.
Hey,
okay, not really, but...
we will have just seen Star Wars, so...
Okay, to be fair.
At least think about that.
That's true.
Alright, thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for 5 more of these and then Force Awakens, so...
Yeah. Alright.
See you in the next video.